Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How's
Hi.
everyone doing?
Hi,
Hi.
Padma.
Hey.
This is my friend Sandy.
Hey, Sandy, it's nice to meet you.
Hi, Phyllis. Nice to meet you, and nice to meet you, Padma. And Paige, I don't
Yeah.
think I had said that to you yet.
No, I didn't
We
think
just
so.
got
Huh?
talking.
I know.
I'll have to take you guys outside with me at 1:30, so I'll probably just like take the video off then when I have to go get my child off the van
Okay.
from her program, but I'll still be listening
Great.
unless you want to go outside with me, I'll just do that too.
We can go outside with. Can you hear me all right? Just checking.
It's
You're
very
breaking up.
hot out here today.
It's very hot.
Yes.
Where are
Padma,
you?
you were breaking up, I think.
Oh,
Someone was. Maybe it was Phyllis.
uh-oh.
Breaking out.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Hi, Erin. Padma, I just want to highlight Erin really quickly. Erin is actually joining the Angel Aid team, and she's also a rare mother. So I invited her to join us today, kind of as a rare mother, and also to see what we're doing every
What
Tuesday
we're
and
up
Thursday.
to.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
Welcome, Erin. Glad you're here. So Sandy, where are you? I didn't hear where you are.
Oh, I'm in Phoenix City, Alabama. I'm about 45 minutes from Sherry. Sherry and I both have children with Creta Shaw. And we've been friends since my daughter was 3 and she's 27.
Oh, so this is a long-term friendship right here.
It really is.
Lots of support from Sherry for me.
Lots of support from Sandy as well.
Oh, that's so good.
It is great to have
So
each
it's
other.
so necessary, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Really is. Huge.
Sandy hasn't met Phyllis.
Hello. Hi, Phyllis.
Looks like it's Phyllis who is breaking up a little bit.
A
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit.
A little frozen.
Phyllis, you want to say something else so we can hear your beautiful voice?
I always have. I'm just trying to get this thing moved around so I get a good connection.
Okay. Welcome, Laura. Hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
Pretty good.
Good is good. The days we have good days are really a blessing, huh? So I want to give us another maybe minute or two for people to arrive. Is there anything anybody wants to share just about themselves or how they're doing today or something related to that? A little check-in. You have to unmute yourself though, if you want to talk.
Sherry, I think it's so great that you are bringing so many people to join us.
Oh, thanks. Those are my only 2 that I know of. So
They need us and we need them. So
I
thank you.
know. It's great.
So
Phyllis
great.
is Crystal's mom, Sandy, the one that gave the presentation.
Crystal gave the presentation. Did you see it?
Right.
Sam?
Yes. She was wonderful. So nice to meet you. You raised a wonderful woman.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
She kind of raised herself with her little brothers. I mean, her older brothers. She had 4 older brothers. So she had an interesting upbringing. But yes, thank you. I'm very proud of her and I'm very grateful that she and her friends started Angel Aid because it's been, especially lately, it's been so good for me to be able to participate with you gals and to meet everybody. I'm very grateful.
Vicki, we're finally seeing your camera. Hello.
I'm
Hi,
still in a
Vicky.
public place. I'm in a hallway at the Ronald McDonald House, so I'll try and be quiet.
Well, we're happy to
Oh,
see you. You've been just
Yeah.
your
Thank
name.
you.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you, Vicky. And welcome, Katie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I like to start with meditation. That's my go-to. So let's do that. And then, so we'll go from meditation for about 7 minutes into a little bit of journaling. So if you have a piece of paper or a journal, that would be great. If you don't, you can go and grab one. Just going to look at something here. Yeah. It's interesting because I made a syllabus, right, for this course, and it didn't follow or doesn't follow the book exactly. Sandy, we're loosely following my book, which is called Being Together, which is a relationship book, Practical Wisdom for Loving Yourself and Your Partner. And we just jumped right into gratitude, because how can you not start with gratitude, right? So it's just one of the most fundamental pieces in relationship is gratitude. If you want to have a great relationship, you want to really infuse it with gratitude. And so we're up to the gratitude week, but we've been working with it all along. So we'll just massage it and tease it out. And I want to read to you a little bit. I don't know. This is not a book group, and you're welcome to read the book, read or listen to it. It's on Audible as well. Laura, you're nodding. Have you listened to it at all? Oh, good. Great. It's fun. So I'm going to read you a little bit from the book, just as sort of something to contemplate in the meditation. And then we'll just meditate. And then we'll come out and we'll do a little bit of journaling, and then we'll share. We'll see what's happening. We'll tease out one another's wisdom, because I just want to say everyone in this group has wisdom to share with everyone else. So if you feel inspired at any moment, you are invited to just come forth and make your offering to someone else. And you can trust that what you have to share is valuable for someone else. It really is. And I just want to welcome Erin over here too. So it's great. We have such a big group. It's like madly exciting. Oh, sorry, you just went off. Yeah, it's so wonderful. I'm so glad you're all here, because the wisdom is in our circle, and the medicine of this workshop is you all being with each other and having each other to talk to and share with, and recognize that people in this circle are understanding you and your journey, because it's a very deep journey. So I'm going to read you a little bit, and then we'll meditate. So you can just make yourself comfortable. From chapter 6. I haven't read from my own book in a long time, so I'm going to read from the book a little bit. So closing the eyes and just let the words wash over and through you. Appreciation and wonder. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Albert Einstein. What if everything is a miracle, including your partner? Think about how knowing they are a miracle might change how you relate to them. When you see a full rainbow gracing the sky, doesn't it seem like an untold blessing that has dropped down from the heavens just for you? It's rare that a rainbow elicits a ho-hum response. A rainbow pretty much never fails to amaze me with its beauty. Your partner is that rainbow, and they grace your world just as you are a rainbow gracing theirs. What if you were to set a clear intention to build a culture of respect, kindness, and appreciation. Expect nothing, appreciate everything. Appreciation is a glue that keeps couples together. I'm going to stop there. We're just breathing. And letting yourself drop in the space of meditation. Turn toward your breath and just let your body get comfortable. If you need to shift your position or lie down, you are absolutely welcome to do that. This is time for you that you have carved out from your busy life, from a life where much of your attention goes outward. So just turn your attention toward yourself. You can use your breath as an anchor to turning inside. Letting the breath be as it is and noticing the kind of breathing that feels good to you right now. And let your eyelids be heavy. Let the eyes rest into their sockets, releasing the tension that you may be holding. And bring your curiosity to this experience of appreciation and wonder. The appreciation for this shared time together. The wonder at the miracle of waking up today. Just breathing and receiving. The wonder and the gratitude for how your breath continues to flow. And what if simply having a partner, having a husband who is present, who participates, who contributes, what if you could bring wonder to this relationship, even after however many years? How is it that you keep wonder alive? You may know or have an answer to this, and you may not. Just notice what's here. How do I stay connected to the wonder of this life, to the wonder of this dance with my partner, my husband, my family? Just breathing and making room for wonder. How do you let wonder in? Take another moment or two, even though the bell has sounded. And then as you're ready, let yourself come back. And let's just take maybe 5 minutes to reflect on how is it that I stay connected to wonder? How do I stay connected to wonder? In myself, in my life, in my partnership. And you can just ask yourself the question, how do I stay connected to wonder? If nothing comes, be patient. And if you don't know, be in the not knowing. So we'll just take 5 minutes and reflect on that. I just want to say you won't be asked to read this, so this is for you. You're welcome to read it, and you don't have to. You can reference it or not. Taking a little bit more time to complete, maybe just half a minute or so. So just finishing up. And then I'm really curious about what arose for you. What are your ways of staying connected to wonder inside yourself, in your life, and in relationship? Anyone can begin.
I'm happy to share what I wrote.
Thank you.
I'm an amateur poet, so this is what came out. Today, I offer an appreciation of the lub-dub, lub-dub, lub-dub of that squishy muscle protected encasing of ribs, warm against my cheek, under a furry chest. This systolic machine generating vacillations in pressure, systole, diastole, again and again, this miracle of both heart and man. So I think I was just getting at the sweet moment of lying on my husband's chest and listening to his heart and just like appreciating each beat.
Mm.
And I think that gets at, one thing that's been really powerful for us as a family is like having a very clear understanding of mortality kind of shoved in our face. And I think a lot of that energy of like appreciating the now is pushed towards our son. But in that meditation, it was really powerful to like push some of that towards my husband.
Mm. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, turning, it's like to take, that's actually really important to take that focus and first turn some of that toward ourselves, and then turn that focus of appreciating the now toward your husband and not taking anything for granted. And we miss these moments unless we actually bring consciousness to, oh, this is a moment. This is a good moment. And I've learned to receive my partner saying, oh, this is a really good moment. When he first started saying it, I rejected it. I was like, why are you bringing words into such a good moment? Just here. But I've learned to really receive it. And it heightened my awareness of, yeah, this is a good moment. Here in bed, snuggling up, dog, resting on us too. So yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Laura. Really.
Thank you, Laura, for sharing that, because I haven't done that recent. I haven't done that. And I want to do it now that you've described it, how great that is. Thank you.
It's nice to access like intimacy. I think like sexuality has been a really tough thing for us in like this time of kind of like trauma. And I don't know, we have like an undiagnosed genetic disorder in our household. So it's like, it's just nice to like not forget about that you can be intimate without family planning being a part of it.
Well, I'm going to plagiarize because when I do it and I experience it, I'm going to say it out loud to him because that's what I love about Angel Aid. You hear these ideas and then you get to do them. Thank you so much.
Yeah. It's a deep
Laura, can you share
emotion.
that?
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I can put it right into the chat.
The chat.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
And
It
I'll,
was really good.
And you know, Laura,
thanks.
you could also, it was stunning. Not amateurish at
No.
all. You could post it into the, if you wanted to, into the Mighty Networks for this workshop. And then everybody could
Oh,
see
that
it.
would be
And
good
other
because
people could also see it,
then she doesn't have to take away from her time listening.
Oh, I typed it, so it's already there.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. Cut and paste. Beautiful.
Yes. Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, and I
sp-
just
Okay.
I just want to flag that intimacy does not need to include sexuality. I would love that you brought that in, Laura. Like intimacy, it might include sexuality, but it doesn't need to.
Mhm.
So finding your way back into that intimate terrain can include just what you said, Laura.
Mhm.
So just noticing. So this is non-sexual touch, right? We have touch that's sexual and we have non-sexual. And then really that the whole body is available for touch, right? So it's just an invitation, a seed. And there can be such wonder with just like touching someone's face or letting them touch your face or your hand or your arm or your neck, or, we just tend to go for these certain parts. And then like, what about the rest of the body that actually can really receive this loving, connected touch? So I'm a big
But
fan of touch.
what I was gonna say was that we have both of our adult daughters living in the house, and we're all on one end of the house. So, you know, being together alone is extremely difficult. Amy's room is right next door, and our daughter Kelly is down the hall. And so we don't take the time or the necessary energy to devote to us together alone. And I found that really, really hard and frustrating.
So that makes sense. Is there a way you can invite that?
We try while Amy is at her day program and Kelly is at work. We try to take advantage of those daytime hours when we're both here and awake and don't have other things pressing on us. That's our alone time, and so we appreciate each other in that time. But that has come. I mean, that has been a long time in coming. I'll say, yeah.
I feel you, Sherry. Hannah's just returned to her day program last Wednesday. And it was just a blessing for Jerry and I. Jerry's my boyfriend of the past 11 years. And it was just a blessing for he and I just to get out of the house together without her or his son who has Down syndrome, who's 29. It was just like, oh my gosh, holding hands, walking. It's like, wow. And I couldn't think of anything about the wonder, but Padma, I guess that would be my wonder is, wow, we just holding his hand as we're walking, like, well, because we've never had that much alone time in our relationship.
You might add that shoot, I can't think of his name. lives
Joel.
with Joel.
Yeah, Joel-
It was a
Joel,
J.
but-
I knew it was J. Anyway, lives with y'all too.
Yeah.
So you've got a double whammy.
Or double blessing some days.
That's right. That's right.
Depends
It
on the
is
day.
hard.
Yeah, just the wonder at holding hands and walking and feeling the sun on your face, or the wind or the rain. It's these small things. And then, doing that in your relationship and then doing that also with your child or your children, bringing that sense of wonder. And the impermanence and the mortality that stares us in the face.
Yeah, I think Laura hit that right on the head with your poem. That was very poignant, very good.
I have a lot of poetry out online that I've written through a website, personal website. So I'd be happy to share. It's all written about my experience with Alden and all kind of similar to that. So I'll share it through the chat maybe or
Okay.
online, but I don't want to distract from this conversation.
Would be great.
Dave and I have brought a 20-second hug into our household. It's like an awkwardly long hug. But there's some good research out there that like if both people are equally engaged and you actually hold it for 20 seconds, you get like an oxytocin hit, like a good hormone hit, and it's
wow.
pretty low effort and it works neurochemically. So
good one.
we try. We like randomly, we're both working from home, so like we walk past each other and just have these like awkwardly long hugs.
Beautiful. I love those awkwardly long hugs. The hugs that when eventually you're holding and being held, and then eventually you just go. The body just settles. Yeah, that's a great practice. And you don't need to have privacy to do it. There can be other people in the house.
Just think you're kind of weird.
Yeah, I love that. What else is moving? What else is cooking? Who wants to share? What else connects you to wonder? You could start with wonder in yourself, in your life. Because that's really where wonder is. Like we keep our coffers full inside of ourselves. Like, how do I nourish wonder in myself? I mean, for me, it's nature. It's taking a walk or a hike in nature. It's dance or movement. It's sweating. Things that just connect me to the wonder of being alive. What about any of you who haven't shared anything yet? And you can share if you're struggling with this too. That's all right. We have room.
I really love the quote by Albert Einstein that you had in your book. That really speaks to me.
What is it exactly that speaks to you or touches you?
Well, I really did just feel like Amy was a miracle, is a miracle. You heard when she was born, we heard she won't live to her first birthday, and she'll never walk, she'll never talk, all these horrible things, which unfortunately doctors are still telling parents today about this syndrome. And it's not true and they can live a long, normal life. Amy walks and talks and does all the things they said she wouldn't do. And she's almost 30. So I just feel like, sometimes we've got to take what the doctors tell us as practicing medicine, not knowing what the future holds for any of us. But that's why it really spoke to me.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so important. Take what the doctor said as practicing medicine, not telling you the future.
Right.
Do not accept what they say as this is how it is. Stay open, stay curious, stay engaged. Realize that your child is your child. And they don't know. How could they possibly know what was going to unfold in your daughter's life?
I really liked the idea of taking that thought process, which I've been trying to cultivate over the last year, of like, it's a miracle, or like, maybe I'm not at the it's a miracle point yet, but I'm like, don't have any expectations, just enjoy each moment as they come and appreciate every teeny tiny milestone. We call them Alden stones in our household for my son Alden. But I really liked kind of turning the gaze at my husband, which I just don't do enough, and being like, what if I expected nothing of him, and just like everything he accomplishes over that, it's like extraordinary, because I think both of us have these pretty high expectations for how we go about managing the house and bringing finance in and managing kids and whatever, everything, cleaning the kitchen after dinner. Like, we have expectations of what that should look like. And what if we both got rid of all of those and just like appreciated it all? It's all, so much of our feeling is like the other person let us down from our expectations, and then personalizing that.
So how do you maintain that shift in attitude, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to appreciate this, instead of like being disappointed that you didn't do this, this, and this the way I would like it done. How do you support yourself to stay in that attitude?
I don't know, like lowering expectations.
Exactly. How do you do that?
That's such a bad thing in our like culture, but
it is.
how do you do that?
It's a lot of should.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you do that? How do you bust yourself on like living with that expectation? It's almost like my hand starts to come. It's like that taskmaster, that drill sergeant, that it has to be this way or it's not good enough kind of story. How do you interrupt that? That's an open question, because I know that y'all do it from time to time anyway. So Laura or anyone else?
I don't have a good answer.
It's okay. You have your answer. What's your answer?
I don't know. Like, I really don't know. I think that we both do have pretty high expectations. So I think it's just appreciating every part of what he does and what I do.
Right. It's verbalizing it. We spoke about this last time. It's verbalizing it. It's actually training your awareness. And I'm gonna offer a practice that we do, a little practice right now that is very helpful for knowing what we're doing when we're doing it. Right? Because mindfulness or self-awareness is key. It's key to happiness. It's key to being free and not being run by all our stories that are in us and that have been foisted upon us. So this is the practice. Practice is, and I'm pretty sure we haven't actually like really tested this out yet here. Have we run through it all or experienced sensation tracking together? Okay, I didn't think so. Okay, this is a really great practice. It's used, I mean, I think like Peter Levine, who's a trauma expert, a trauma therapist, wrote a book called, several books, but his sort of first one, most famous one is called Waking the Tiger and How to Work with Trauma. And one of the things is so-called sensation tracking, which is essentially being aware of what is happening in your body in a given moment. So it's basically like this. Like I just turn my attention toward myself and I just ask myself, what am I aware of right now? What am I noticing in my body? This is not like, oh, I'm nervous, I'm happy, I'm sad. This is, oh, the tips of my fingers are cold. And I just notice that. I'm not making a story about it. I'm not like, wow, I better take some cayenne tincture because that'll improve my circulation. And no, I'm not going there. I'm just, oh, the tips of my fingers are cold. And then I just receive that, right? Because to do this is to slow way down. Oh, my fingers are cold. I have to be very patient with myself and not go on to the next thing. Oh, what am I noticing? I'm noticing I'm holding my hands at an angle that are like where my shoulders are tense. Okay, so I just notice that. And I allow for the tension, and naturally my body just shifts a little. And I'm closing my eyes because this is a practice of, oh, I'm staying connected to myself. I'm staying connected to my direct experience. And this helps in 10,000 ways. This will help because when I notice that I'm in appreciation, there will be certain sensations in my body, right? There will be some sensations that will differ from when I'm in expectation and I'm being the drill sergeant or the taskmaster or the judge. So I kind of want to take, I don't know if I can do this. I think Paige made me, I know she made me the host, except now I haven't done it in so long. Oh, here, let's see. How many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, if I'm not in it, which is good. So what I'd like to do actually is put you all into breakout rooms for maybe just like 5 or 6 minutes, and then you can try it out. So is there anyone who doesn't want to just practice it? There's no right or wrong. It's just, this is what I'm noticing. And then I breathe and I let it in. Oh, this is what I'm noticing. Is there anyone who doesn't want to be paired up? Okay. Does this sound like something that you want to just try out? Do you want to give me a thumbs up, a smile, a nod, or just say, no, I really have something else to say that I don't want to do this, and that's fine.
I probably need to go because my daughter should be here any minute. And
Okay.
that way, if I'm paired up with somebody, they won't miss that opportunity with with someone that can be there.
Okay, is she going to be here within the next 5 minutes? Any minute?
I don't know. She just called me and said, I'm on my
On the
way.
way.
So
Okay, well, I'm so glad for you to be here. And actually, maybe I'll put you in a room and then I'll also join that room. And then if you need to leave, you can leave and I'll
Okay.
take over.
okay.
Okay, so let me just, Sherry, you're talking, but I can't hear you.
I think I need to understand
More.
better,
Okay, great,
more.
great.
I have a real difficult time knowing what's going on inside of me.
You're not alone.
Okay.
It's a practice. All right, so somebody asked me the question, how about Vicky? Can you ask me the question? What are you aware of right now?
I just
that?
feel, I guess
That's
I'm
me.
feeling, what's that?
You can ask me the question. Is that all right?
Okay. What are
Yeah,
you feeling right now?
So so yeah, what am I feeling? What are you experiencing right now? So you're directing me into my experience right now in my body. So just ask me that question. I'll close my eyes and do it for a moment and model it.
So what are you experiencing in your body right now?
I am noticing that I am sitting more on my right side than my left. And then you can just give me a little bit of time and ask it again.
And what are you experiencing now?
I'm experiencing some tingling in my palms of my hands.
And what are you experiencing now?
I'm experiencing a little bit of warmth in my palm of my left hand. Thank
Do you want me to keep going?
That was just right.
Okay.
That was just right. Thank you. So does that give you more of a sense, Sherry?
You ask these questions to yourself.
You're going to do it with a partner, just like we did right now.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'll
But
be-
in
Mhm.
typical,
If
in a
you're with yourself, yeah, you're like,
okay.
you basically, by doing this practice, you're teaching yourself to be aware. So then when I'm noticing I'm like in a critical mindset, I'm going to have certain sensations that probably are recurring or within a certain type of sensations. I'm not going to be experiencing complete relaxation when I'm feeling critical, most likely, right? So like I'm not experiencing space in my chest or relaxation in my, or softening in my jaw. I'm going to be feeling some kind of gripping, some kind of tightening, some kind of brow furrowing, some kind of, and there are thoughts that go along with it. And what I have learned is that the more I can pay attention to my experience in the moment, something happens. And I go, whoa, that's really hard. But instead of saying something about it right away, I'm going to just feel the physicality of it and kind of metabolize and digest my experience. And then from a place of relative calm, I'm going to take action. I'm going to say something. But if I just am like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that, you know, to my teenager, say, it's not going to go well, or to my partner. But if I take the time to feel the like, whoa, can't believe they just did X, Y, Z. And I let that, I feel the tension. I feel the, I don't like this. And then I say, hey, honey, I wanted to talk to you about something that happened. And I'm wondering if you're available. It really helps with that. It helps with internal self-management. It helps when you're terrified because something has happened with your child. It helps when you're frustrated with your husband, your partner, your boyfriend. And you have more choice. So it's using your connection and your relationship with yourself and your awareness of yourself to up-level your ability to relate.
Okay, I understand. Will you write the name of the author and the book in chat?
Yep.
Thank you.
Sure. Thanks for asking those questions.
Are you
Any other
familiar with Tara Brock's RAIN practice?
Her rain practice,
Yeah,
like
it's
feeling feeling
Recognize. No,
Oh,
it's an
yeah.
acronym for
Yeah.
recognize, allow, investigate, nurture. I really like that because it links it directly to an emotion. You're like, oh man, this emotion's coming up in me. I recognize it. And then you accept it, which is like critical, right? It's like, I'm so angry right now. Okay, I'm angry right now. That's okay. And then it leads to exactly what you're saying. Investigate how am I feeling this anger internally? I really like the way that she kind of, because for me, it's like I feel the emotion first, like mentally, and she takes it from the mental to the physical, which is exactly what you're describing.
Right. So that's the investigation part, is turn your attention in. So yeah, that's a great acronym. But
Well,
even
Laura, will you write that one down too?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
And she has an amazing podcast that explains it. I'll put it in the
Okay.
chat.
Yeah, please put it in
Thanks.
the chat or put it in the workshop notes, because then we can all go back to it and other people who aren't here could access it. It's like we want to bring our resources. So let's just take a few minutes to do it, because I mean, this is really, really rich terrain. I use this practice all the time. I give it as an assignment to everyone I work with. There's no not, if you're moving through life without being connected to your inner experience, it's like you're just kind of navigating without a map. This is like a whole other level of mapping of your experience so that you can function with more ease. So let's see, who is now left? 1, 2. Okay. So let me put us, I still want to do this unless there are any other questions. Let's just try it for like 2 minutes each. Assign, well, no, we can do it. Oh, but I want to assign manually because I have not going to include Paige. Let's see. Okay. All right, let's try it. And so if you have a timer, does everyone have a timer? I think I can post it. I can put a little note, but really like 2 minutes each. And then all you have to do when the person has said something, you can just say, thank you. And just give them time. Vicki did great with the timing. And then we'll come back together. We'll just take 2 minutes each. And then I want to hear about it. Okay. Enjoy it. Okay. Got it. Oh, wait, Paige.
Are you putting someone in unassigned? Who do you want me to assign you to?
Vicki.
Okay. It looks like everyone's in room 1.
What? It should have been room 2. Silly.
Oh, now it says you're assigned.
Hey, I just closed the rooms.
Okay.
You said everyone's in room 1. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. That was
Sorry,
weird.
it didn't work. I've always used the magic of whatchamacallit. I'm just gonna let it do its own magic because it has a way of doing. Paige, can you do it, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. Put yourself in a room so I can
Okay.
pop around.
I
Only
can.
two.
I actually have to leave right at 1 today. I'll
Oh,
make you the
okay.
host, but I actually have never assigned any. Oh, here we go.
Oh, I was just doing it. I like to
Okay.
have it not. I tried to do it manually, but it didn't work.
Okay, I think I did it.
Okay. All right, great. Thank you.
2 in each room. Oh no, maybe I didn't. Vicki, it should be sending you to room 3. Oh, okay. We are glad to have you.
So Paige, how do I get, am I allowed to join the other rooms? Whenever I'm allowed to join and it's
You want me to
confusing.
move you to room, the other one right now?
I want to be able to. Wait, so what happened to Vicky? Did she drop
She
out?
had to leave. Yeah, she had to leave.
Okay,
I can just move you to room 1, or I can just bring everyone back.
just move me to room 1 for a second.
Okay.
We really didn't
I'm-
have enough time to do it, which is a bummer.
No, I'm gonna make you the like host.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Make me
I
the-
have to go
Okay,
too, which is, I mean, unless everyone's coming back right now.
All right, Laura,
Technology.
Laura had to jump over to a telehealth visit for her child.
oh, all right. Let's close all rooms.
Okay, I
because
think you do it now.
it's too late. I did it. Oh, it closes in 60 seconds. We gotta calm it down. Katie, did you get to do it at all?
No, we were like just about to start. We just were talking about when we've used, or Laura was mentioning kind of how she's used this, and I was mentioning that I have not had done this formal practice before, but I, with my individual therapist, have been talking about sort of just recognition and kind of acceptance, awareness of emotions as they come. So I feel like this is something that will be helpful to sort of do as an actual practice. So no, we were just about to start and she was like, oh my gosh, I have to be on this telehealth Boston Children's right now.
Got it. Well, we got a little late because we took time to explain it, which is really important. So I'm going to start with this next time. We'll do this next time because it's so valuable. It's immeasurable. The value is immeasurable, really.
Would you recommend, like, as a practice, like doing it individually or doing it with your partner? Or
you could either and or both. I would start doing it with yourself. If you're new to it, I would just start doing it with yourself. And I'm not going to tell you what happens because I want you to have a fresh experience, but there's a pretty consistent, effect. So what I would say, and maybe this can be our practice for the week, I've given it so many times and I keep giving it because it's so good. So if you can, take either 2 or is 3 minutes a day too much? Do we have 3 minutes to practice this? Okay, then we're going to do 3 minutes in 1 minute increments. So set alarms or to go off, or just do it like right when you wake up or right before you go to sleep, and then one time in the middle of the day. And I'm a big fan of setting alarms. I have so many alarms that go off because I'm in and out of meetings and sessions. So set an alarm or just do it at natural times, like waking, maybe like before lunch, and then like before you go to bed, and then set a timer for 1 minute. And just ask yourself the question, what am I aware of? And just notice it. What am I aware of? Because you might notice, wow, I'm aware that I've been holding my shoulders like this for the last 2 hours. What am I aware of? Oh, I'm aware that I I need a drink of water. Like you notice, oh, my body's thirsty or my body's hungry, or you know, you can save yourself like a lot of money on chiropractic if you do this too, because you'll notice that like I've been hunched over for a long time, or I haven't stretched, you know, since whenever. So 3 times a day, 1 minute. Just ask yourself the question internally, what am I aware of? And stick to the sensations. Oh, I'm aware that I'm upset about that, or I'm aware that I'm nervous about that. No, I don't want to know about that. I just want to know, what am I aware of in my body? That's really the question. What am I aware of in my body right now? And it's a great practice. Because you're honing your awareness. And you're paying attention to yourself, and you're paying attention to your body. And then, yeah, it's a great practice to do with your husband. And then they just ask you, what are you aware of? And you ask them, what are you aware of? Which is like, oh, I'm giving you my undivided attention and just asking you about your direct experience. So that is your homework to explore and experiment with and see what it's like. Because if you notice, I'm cold, you go get a sweater, right? If you notice, oh, my lower back is stiff, well, maybe later you have 5 minutes to just stretch your back or something, or your neck or anything like that. Anything else before we go?
Well, Padma, I'm like Sherry in a way. I didn't understand the assignment. And I think part of the reason I didn't understand it is because when you have children that are ill, like ours are ill, you become so sensitive to where they are, their physical body and what they're
Yeah.
feeling and what they're doing, that you begin to be very sensitive also about your own body. And so I wasn't real clear on what the objective of that exercise was, but I'm going to try it anyway.
Okay,
because
great. Tell me what you get from it then.
Okay, great.
Really, the objective, Phyllis, is to bring you really present. And then also be able to notice the sensations that go along with certain emotions so that I can feel it before I say anything. I want to just like have my own experience before I share it with you, before I put it on you. I want to have my own experience and realize, oh, I'm uncomfortable. Oh, I'm uncomfortable. Something's happening in myself. I'm uncomfortable. It's not about you did this thing, partner over there. But that's a really interesting thing, Phyllis, that's actually surprising. I'm actually surprised that because you have had or have rare child or children, to me, that is, you're very trained to notice them and every single physical thing about them, because it's life and death. So the fact that you're spending so much time doing that, I'm surprised to think or to hear that you're actually also doing that internally. Because usually when we're very focused outside, we tend to forget about ourselves on some levels. So I think it's great that you are also have been very aware internally.
I don't know, Sherry, do you have that experience or?
I'm sorry. Yes, I do. I can sense when Amy really and truly doesn't feel good, because she knows how to play a prank on us to get out of doing something. And for instance, today I made my husband take her to the doctor because she was complaining that her ear hurt for 2 days. And then this morning she said it's okay. And Dennis said, well, then we're going to skip the doctor. And I said, no, something's wrong. We need to go. Well, it's an ear infection and we have drops now. So, you know, you have that mother's intuition.
Yeah. So that's
that
kind
never
of
leaves.
Yeah. That kind of attunement. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it hasn't made you more aware of your
It
own.
has. It has.
Has it made you more aware of yourself? Because I might have misunderstood you, Phyllis. So
Yes,
you're more aware of your own internal experience, or you're aware of your own internal experience as it relates to your daughter?
both.
Great.
Yeah.
I think I'm the opposite. I think that I've like learned to sort of deny or like
Yeah.
mute my own like physical and emotional sensations because I need to like be present as a caregiver. And I think that I think I'm less aware or less attuned, and intentionally kind of push them away.
Right. Yeah, that's more my guess that would be what would be happening, because you get so habituated to tracking this other person, because it's a necessity. It's love and it's necessity
Right.
at the same time. So,
Hey,
well, this
Katie.
is a really important conversation. Do you want me to make one of you the host and you can stay on?
I
need
have to get going.
I do too.
All
I do.
right.
I think I'm gonna miss next week. I've been trying to switch a shift that I have and I haven't been able to yet. So I probably will miss next week, but I'll look for the recording.
Okay. Well, we will miss you.
Yes.
I will miss you guys.
All right.
Have a good rest of the week. Thank you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.
Okay. Bye.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Phyllis.
Bye.